General Hospital. Jason's deadly decision after Monica's letter changes everything. The night sky over Port Charles was heavy with a brooding stillness, the kind that made even the most seasoned residents feel uneasy. The wind carried the faint scent of rain from the harbor, and the distant sound of a buoy bell echoed through the darkness. Inside the Quartermaine mansion, the halls were darker than usual. Monica Quartermaine's absence had left more than just silence. It had left a wound that bled into every conversation, every glance. Jason Morgan stood alone in the study, the only light coming from a desk lamp whose shade cast long shadows across the walls. His gloved hands were motionless, his jaw tight, his eyes fixed on the sealed envelope in front of him, Monica's letter. It had been delivered to him by a courier with no return address, just hours after her sudden death. The handwriting was unmistakable. Jason had always been prepared for bad news. A life in the mob taught you to expect it. But the moment he broke the wax seal, the faint scent of Monica's perfume hit him, and he knew whatever was inside would change everything. The letter was longer than anything Monica had ever written him. Her words were deliberate, almost hesitant, as if she knew the weight they carried. Jason, my son, if you are reading this, it means my time in this world has ended, and I must trust you with the truth I've carried for decades. I lied to protect you, but in doing so, I may have destroyed you. The person you trust most in this life, the person you believe you could never harm, is the one who has betrayed you in ways you cannot yet imagine. They are responsible for deaths that you believe were accidents. They are the reason your life took the violent turn it did. And they're the reason you will never know peace unless you stop them. Completely. Jason. I am sorry. The name you need is... The ink smudged. The page was torn near the bottom. Only 2 words were visible. Sam McCall. Jason's breath caught. For a moment, he thought his mind was playing tricks on him. Sam? The woman he had risked his life for, bled for, loved even when the world told them they could never make it work? Images hit him like bullets. Sam laughing in the safe house, Sam's trembling hand on his cheek after he returned from the dead, Sam whispering, "I love you," after Danny's birth. And then, darker flashes. Monica's funeral, Sam avoiding his eyes. The night Jake nearly died in a hit-and-run. The whispers about Sam meeting with someone behind his back, someone connected to Drew's disappearance. Could Monica have been wrong? Or had she taken a truth to the grave that Jason was never supposed to know? Jason didn't act on impulse, not yet. He spent the next 2 days moving through Port Charles like a ghost, silently watching, listening, piecing together fragments. He overheard Spinelli muttering about encrypted messages sent from Sam's phone to an untraceable account in the weeks before Monica's death. He saw Sam at Pier 54, handing a sealed envelope to a man in a black sedan with no plates. He checked her apartment when she was out and found a burner phone hidden inside a hollowed-out book. The final blow came when he hacked into that phone and found the messages. It's done. Monica won't talk. Payment after Jason is gone. There was no ambiguity. Whoever Sam was working with wanted him dead, and Monica had died knowing it. The storm that had been threatening finally broke the night Jason decided to end it. It was late past midnight when he found Sam on the docks, her hair plastered to her face from the rain, a duffel bag at her feet. Going somewhere? He asked, his voice low, almost calm. Sam froze. Jason, you're scaring me. You've been lying to me for months. He stepped closer, the water streaming off his leather jacket. Monica's dead because of you. Her eyes widened, but she didn't deny it. You don't understand. I understand enough. He pulled the letter from his pocket, the ink now running from the rain. She warned me. She told me you were the reason for everything. Sam's lip trembled. Jason, I didn't want to hurt you. You had a funny way of showing it, he cut in, his voice breaking for the first time. For Jason, killing wasn't about rage, it was about necessity. But as he stood in the rain, looking at the woman he had loved more than anyone, he hesitated for the first time in years. You could run, he said quietly. I could turn around, walk away, never see you again. And then what? She asked bitterly. They'd come after me, and after you. I did what I had to do. You had a choice, Jason said. Sam looked at him, and for the briefest second, Her expression changed, not to guilt, not to fear, but to defiance. And that's when he knew. The gunshot echoed off the wet brick walls, a sharp crack that sent gulls screaming into the night. Sam's body hit the ground, the rain mixing with the blood spreading beneath her. Jason stood over her, his gun steady, his breath slow. She tried to speak, maybe to explain, maybe to curse him, but no words came. He stayed until her eyes went still. Jason didn't go to Sunny. He didn't tell Carly. He didn't bury the body. He left her there, letting the harbor take her, and walked into the night knowing there was no coming back from this. The next morning, word spread fast. Sam McCall was missing. The Peace PD found traces of blood on the docks, but the rain had washed away most of the evidence. Spinelli called Jason twice. He didn't answer. Danny asked for his mother at Kelly's. Jason couldn't bring himself to look at him. And somewhere in the shadows of Port Charles, the person Sam had been working with smiled, because Jason had done exactly what they wanted. 3 days later, Jason returned to the Quartermaine mansion, unable to shake the emptiness. He poured himself a drink and stared at the fireplace, the letter from Monica still in his pocket. He unfolded it again, and that's when he noticed something. The torn page wasn't torn. It had been folded over. When he smoothed it out, he saw the rest of Monica's words. Sam McCall is not the enemy. She is working undercover to protect you. The real traitor is closer than you think. Trust no one, especially. The ink blurred where the water had hit. The rest was gone. Jason's drink slipped from his hand, shattering on the floor. If you want, I can continue this in the next part so it becomes the full extended 4,000-word spoiler story, with flashbacks to Sam's undercover mission, the mastermind pulling the strings, and Jason's spiral after realizing he killed the wrong person. It would turn into a full Port Charles and chaos arc.